just went down a ramp to get on to 416 South, and there was this really weird sign, and it had this guy standing with a bicycle, but he was like on top of the bicycle, but the red line like went right through his legs, so it looked like he was like, well, basically it looked like he was standing on top of his bicycle. I was like, man, I guess you're not allowed to surf on top of your bicycle down these ramps. Canadians are fucking hardcore, man. They're like, I don't give a shit. I don't even use the pedals. I'm gonna just stand on the seat and the handlebars, and I'm just gonna fucking surf this bitch. Like, damn, Canadians, you guys are fucking hardcore. This kind of sucks because I really liked Ottawa. I thought it was a really cool city and a lot of really neat stuff to see, and there were a lot of things to do that I didn't. But I think, like, I got back, I walked around to re-record today, all the things that I lost on my laptop from yesterday, and when I went back to the cell, I was, like, sitting on the edge of the bed, and it was, I think maybe I'm a little bit claustrophobic. Maybe that was what, because, like, I was sitting in there, and it was, like, I couldn't relax, I couldn't chill out, plus there was no airflow in that fucking place at all, so, like, just walking around, I was, like, dripping in sweat. I was really uncomfortable. I hate the heat. Like, I'm just not, it was no dice. No good, man. So, it's real unfortunate, but, I think it's I'm definitely glad that I went, but I think next time, if I ever went again, I just bite the bullet and stay somewhere a little nicer. Because, like, I just was, like, the heat was killing me, and the humidity was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And then, it was a neat looking hostel. It was neat to see it, but as far as stay there, not so much. Not so much. So, now I'm heading to Morristown, New York. I'm gonna jump right over the border and, work on getting a place to stay, and then just trying to get everything back in order, because I feel like everything I have right now is a mess. I don't know where the border thing is for here, but apparently I'm going to be in New York, remember, Morristown, New York, in 45 minutes, so it's somewhere over here. But I wasn't exactly sure where I crossed the border at. But then it's like, I'm not really sure if the crossing points are different, how different they are depending on where you go. Oh, look, a river. River. I wonder if it's the Rideau River. Rideau? I bet it's Rideau. This is French. Rideau River Road. But whenever I see it, I'm like, hey, no, because it's got the beginning of my name, and I'm all thrown off now. Just passed a sign that said, Bridge to America. So we're gonna get on the bridge to America. Woohoo! I guess. Oh my god, miles per hour. It's so good to see you again. Son of a bitch! The bridge to America. We're passing it right now. Or we're on it right now. And it's gonna take a while to get across. I suppose maybe more people are going to Canada than Canadians are going into America. That could be. Shit, tall bridge. Stormy clouds. Holy fucking hell, that's way too fast. Alright. Calm down, Miss Radford. You're going way too fast. Do not pass. We will kill you. Our land-based missile defense system will take you out in 0.02 seconds. I hope they don't give me a bunch of shit at the border. I don't see why they would. I'm coming back. It's not like I'm coming in brand new. What do you suppose they have under the water? Like, do they have something under the water in case someone tries to just swim across? Ta-da! No parking. Oh my god. I hate that noise. Don't even do that to me. Is this like for ice or something? Shut up. Or, well, don't. Actually, don't shut up. We need you. Alright, we're gonna hit customs here in a second. One of the 3 entrances across the wall that are manned by the watch. I did find some free folk. Didn't bang anybody, though, so I think they'll let me back in. What do you think? U.S. Customs and Immigration. Alright. I told the lady at customs, I was like, man, it's good to see miles per hour again. I just gotta wipe off all this kilometer crap. I mean, thank God I had my GPS, because my GPS automatically converted it for me. Otherwise, I would be like, oh my fucking God, I have no idea how fast to go. And now we are in the state of New York. We are in the northwestern part of New York State, though. So, yeah. Where are we going? Chapman Street. Okay, cool. Hey.
How about you stop recording?
Oh, bells. Turn right, and then turn left. See if I... Holy shit, I just saw the spookiest fucking house, guys. It was wood, but it was painted black, like entirely. The whole thing was black, except for the roof, which was like red enamel. And it was set like back away from the road, and it looked abandoned, like nobody fucking lived in it. Like, that is the fucking spookiest house I've ever seen. I wish I could have got it on camera. Holy crap. That place was weird. It's like perfect movie material, though. So it's raining pretty hard. I can barely see out my window. There's some thunder and lightning rolling around here in upstate New York. It has kind of been the epitome of frustration since I got in this goddamn state. People have been kind of rude to me, and people are being kind of douchebags. Shit, man. I stopped at a gas station and went in and was like, I should get a sandwich, to have on the go while I'm driving. And fuck me, there's this old guy, right? He's bleeding down his arm. He had his arm on the subway counter window, basically, where you can look at all the condiments. So he's left these two, big blotches of blood, on the side of him. And the guy next to me kind of was like, man, he was bleeding. And he pointed out to me. And at first I thought he was kidding, because I was like, oh, it kind of looks like ketchup. Maybe he's just messing with me. And then I look at this old guy, and he's fucking bleeding down his arm. And I was like... I looked at the girl over the counter, and I'm like, that guy's bleeding, right? This guy next to me wasn't kidding around. He actually is bleeding. And she just looked at me like I was fucking speaking Swahili. Like I was being the asshole. And I was like, blood? And she just looked at me real blank. I'm like, fucking blood? A shit that's a biohazard? Apparently, I just couldn't quite make her understand, because everybody looked at me like I was a fucking shitbag. So I walk up to this old guy and I'm like, sir, would you like a napkin? Are you going to be alright? And he just looked at me like I was a shithead. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be fine. And so I was like, what the hell is going on? Did I do something wrong? So I was like, fuck it, I don't even want a sandwich anymore. So I went to the gas station cashier area and I got a Mountain Dew. And I thought they were selling cheese curds, and so I made the mistake of picking up a bag just because I was so frustrated with everything else that's happened in the last day and a half, and then that. And they're fucking salty as hell. And I was like, fuck it. So I just got that shit and I left. And then I got into the car and tried the cheese curds. I was like, what the fuck did they do to these things? But yeah, it was... I don't get these people, man. They're acting like I'm the asshole. Blood, the shit that's a biohazard that's currently smeared all over your restaurant counter? No? Not okay. Alright, whatever. I guess I'm the prick in this situation. So, and then, I kept trying to find a place to stay for the night, and my GPS was, on fucking crack, and was like, oh yeah, it's 1.5 miles away. Let me take you 13 miles out of the way down this other road. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I just said, fuck it, and I selected the city, Wilson, New York, I think kind of at random. And apparently it's going to take me about 4 hours to get there, but well, that's a cool building. I don't even know if it's here, but that's neat. I'm just frustrated, because people are, I tried to stop, right over when I got over the border into America, and I stopped at this gas, and this guy just looked at me like I was interrupting his day and went on doing whatever he was doing. I was like, yeah, no, okay. So I just turned around and left. It was like, fuck these guys, man. Oh my god, I am so not tolerant of this kind of bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's not like I'm in New York City. If I was in New York City, then I would be like, well, yeah, whatever, that's New York City. But Jesus fucking Christ, man. What the hell is wrong with these people? They're right next to Canadians. Why are they being so rude? I just need to relax. I just gotta relax and focus on not sliding off the road or hitting something because it's raining really hard. Oh, god damn. It still wakes me out a little bit because I haven't seen thunder and lightning in so long. I'm like, oh, fucking shit, man. Oh, fucking shit, I can't. Okay, now I really can't see. Okay, alright, I'm gonna have to put this down. So New York State. Here's some New York State for you. Drink it in. Actually reminds me a lot of Southern Michigan. Well, at least before it did with, like, you know, the trailers and busted down cars and drunk people. But some of the scenery does too. I've seen like 6 school buses pass me by. I wonder where they were at. They're like field trip or something. Kids are like, that would suck. What if they went to Niagara Falls too? Boy, that would suck. And like, you know, 4 or 5 hours on a school bus, like, man, that would really suck. New York State, very scenic. Got 77 miles until I hit I-90. Alright, yay. I don't know what that means. I think I'll be able to make pretty good time. Considering I can now go more than 55, especially in Canada. I liked it. God, those people being rude to me just made me feel really bad. I don't feel good. I'm gonna steal some road rules. New York! Why the fuck are your cheese curds so freaking salty? Holy cats, man! That's all I got.
It's bad. Is there something you can do where nobody's in charge? No, she didn't leave us with a list of tasks. Perhaps we could divide those up. She's fine. They're not in charge. He's not in charge.
Prettiness.
Task seems to pertain to you, Bobo. Very delicate. Each morning begins with a tick bell for Bobo. Then while he's still coming. You can always get a job as a sportsman, this guy. Right on very special piece of actress. Well, but the law giver can be mean sometimes. Yes, I guess in my approach to gossip, like, oh, sure, but do you? Yes, she can really be a stone cold witch sometimes, you know, and she can be so condescending. Precisely, it's like, oh, I'm so great. And I don't know, would you look at that? It looks like those two finally found something and you have to be in a very jerk. Just bad. Well, what is wrong with you? I told you, Mike, I'm a bear. Haven't we talked about this 100 times? About you taking your bear simulations to the extreme? Yeah. And what are you doing? Taking my bear simulation to the extreme. There. How do you see a connection? No. Okay, well, let me explain. See, when you're a bear, you got both these sides of the spine there.
a pretty nice Red Roof Inn. It's got a desk and wood floors and everything. That's pretty cool. Nice job, Red Roof Inn. $87. Ain't bad. Shit. We are... Where are we? I'd have to look it up again. I know we're not far from Lockport. About 12 or 15 miles outside of Lockport. That's pretty nice. Yeah. Alright, hey, cool.